Hey Kupos, what's up? Finally here today, Final Fantasy Talk, and today we're going to talk about some more Final Fantasy 7 discussion today. And today, as you see for its title, this kind of discussion has been going around a little while, and I want to give my little input about it as well. Now, you know, Square has been having little interviews with people about the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and they've gave pretty good answers to the questions that they've been asked anyway. And one of the main concern questions that I read anyway, that was the open world kind of situation with Final Fantasy 7 remake. And you know, the question was, you know, how will the open world of Final Fantasy 7 remake work? And they said that their answer back was, we don't really know if we want to do open world or will it be a sandbox in the Final Fantasy 7 remake. Now, there's this little kind of topic article that right here talking about either whether or not it should be open. The studio said they're not going to put so much focus on whether to call it an open world or sandbox. An interesting attitude to have towards a title whose open world style added so much to its gameplay, because that's so true. Because the open world held a lot of excitement, you know, like, you know, going high wind freaking all over the world, you know, breeding chocobos, finding emerald and ruby weapon. You know, you had to find emerald weapon in the sea, you know, and ruby weapon, you know, you didn't really have to find him, but you kind of did at the same time. And also searching for secret little areas like the waterfall and everything. You know, there's a lot of, you know, awesome things about open world. You know, in any game really, open world is just such an exciting thing. And then now that Final Fantasy 7, you know, the original version is open world, and now they kind of don't know if they want to do that or not. You know, what are you gonna miss from open world? Well, you're gonna miss the secrets. You're gonna miss like more of the exploring of the whole game and everything. You know, since they're doing it part by part as well, who knows what they're really gonna do. Now, open world would be a lot better, but it would take a lot more space, and that's why they're doing parts, because they want to put everything from the Final Fantasy 7 original. Not everything, of course, because they'll be changing a lot of things as well. But the reason why they're doing the parts is because they want to make sure that they don't miss anything so important from Final Fantasy 7 that we know, that we love from the game, and put into the Final Fantasy 7 remake. And people think, oh well, you know, you know, it should be so easy to just put in one disc and whatever. But if you go from a 2D Final Fantasy 7 remake game to a full-on remake, you know, 1080p freaking full-on graphic Final Fantasy 7 game, it's gonna take a while, and it's gonna take a lot of space as well. So that's why they're putting the parts. And like I said, I will keep saying this probably until the game comes out. The reason why they're putting the parts, people, is because the game's going to be massive. In the game, every part is going to be a full game. It's not going to be like 10 hours, 20 hours, whatever. They say it's going to be a full FF game. It's just going to be in parts. Now, the only concern I have about that is what they're going to do with the kind of the story and whatever. But anyway, going back to the open world, you know, if they don't add open world into the Final Fantasy 7 remake, I will be pretty, I don't know, I'll be a little disappointed. You know, they don't have to make it, you know, absolutely crazy like how Final Fantasy 15 is going to be, but there's just kind of like how it is in the Final Fantasy 7 remake, just kind of an overlay open world. You know, this has to be so beautiful with trees everywhere and whatnot. You know, just an overlay, and you know, so you can explore the Final Fantasy 7 world in such a way. And I just think that they should just keep to the open world. But you know, like they said, you know, we can't so-call what if it's open world or sandbox. They're just working on the game, and that's all they gave us so far. So anyway, Kupos, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. What, you know, if it did not come out being an open world or whatever, and it was just kind of like part to part, and just, you know, kind of fast traveling and just getting to the new place, you know, teleporting, or just whatever, you know, no open world, how would you feel about it? You know, let me know in the comments below. If that whole thing was all out, how would you feel about it? And If you don't think, if you have another idea what you think they may be doing, also let me know in the comments below what you think about that, Kupos. So anyway, Kupos, just a little discussion for Final Fantasy 7 Remake today, and yeah, so anyway, Kupos, I'm gonna cut this part out and go cut to one of my very old videos so I can say Kupo again. So you can tell how from, you know, probably 2 years ago to now how I say Kupo different. So anyway, Kupos, hope you enjoyed. I'm Final, and I'm out.
Kupo! See ya!